Hi, I'm Trent Rosenbloom. I'm on faculty in the Vanderbilt Department of Biomedical Informatics. I'm also an internist and pediatrician. Now here's the thing, I love to run. This past weekend, January in Nashville, so of course it was 70 degrees. I put on my GPS device, put it on my wrist, and went out for a run. I ran through a park, I ran over hills and through woods. I had a great time. The GPS watch on my wrist captured everything. So I went home and I plugged it into my computer and I was able to look at my run. I'm a little bit of a data geek, so I really enjoy looking at all this information about my run. Not only do I look at information about the run I went on this weekend, but I can also look at trends over time. So I can go to another page on this analytic website and I can see all my runs in the past month. And I can see all my running weeks over the past year. This stuff is really interesting to me. But what's notable is you can look at this, and if I were to say to you, can you tell when it was I was injured? That bottom graph makes it pretty clear. I had shin splints, I developed a stress reaction, I completely stopped running to let myself recover. If you looked at the graph, you could tell when that was. You can even see, looking at the graph, when I thought I might feel a little bit better. I put on my shoes, I went out for a run, and I wasn't better, so I took some more time off. Even more notably, I have asthma. I can use graphics like this to take a look and see how my asthma is doing over the long term. Wouldn't it be great if I had a way to share this information with my doctor who helps me manage my asthma, or the doctor who helped me manage my shin splints? I can look at my data in graphical form like this, or I can put it on a map of the city that shows all the places where I run, or that show all the places where other people run. This is really interesting stuff, and it gives me a sense of my overall health and wellness, and it can give someone an idea of the overall health and wellness of people in Nashville. It shows where they run, how often they run. But I don't have to strap on a fancy GPS device. Don't have to put that on my wrist. The phone in my pocket is also capturing information. It captures information about all the places I go, how much I'm walking, how much time I spend in these places. This is really interesting information. You can look at this and see how often I go home, how often I go to the different places where I work, my office, the hospital, my clinic. You can also see how often I go to synagogue. This is really notable if I want to look at my psychosocial well-being. You can also look to see how often I go to drink craft beer. This is useful if we're trying to monitor my alcohol consumption. Really interesting stuff. There's a lot of enthusiasm out there about devices that capture this kind of data. We call it quantified self or pervasive monitoring. We call it small data and large data. Everybody is getting really excited about this. If you jump on the internet and start searching around, you'll see article after article from people really excited about all the different ways we can use this information. However, if you do a search on PubMed, you'll find almost nothing. Very few people are doing research evaluating what all this information means and how we can use it to manage chronic disease, how we can use it to maintain health, how healthcare providers like doctors and nurses can use this information to take care of their patients, or how we can use it to manage groups of patients with particular diseases, such as high blood pressure or diabetes, which are very common today. Our research group in the Department of Biomedical Informatics is particularly interested in evaluating all of these different technologies that quantify the data about the things you do every day and use that to help manage health and wellness. We've got individuals interested in studying the devices, the data, and the outcomes, ways to bring it in to healthcare providers' workflows and to help you make intelligent decisions based on your information about your footsteps or your blood pressure or your sleep or what it is you eat. So we're very excited about this work and hoping to fill some of this knowledge gap.